This is the first award in Italy, in this wonderful place. How you feel? È il primo award in Italia, come si sente?
It is a beautiful city. I've never been before. We arrived last night, and I spent today exploring the city. I'll talk about that tonight. And I think because Fellini was born here and insisted on being buried here, there is a sense of Fellini in the air. And so I'm very honored to come to his city and to be given this honor.
You feel Fellini inside, around the place?
Well, I mean, one imagines what he must have grown up experiencing here, where ideas and his capacity with fantasy and religion and all of the subjects and topics that he grappled with in his films. This is where it started for him, so it's nice to be here.
Kevin Spacey in The Usual Suspects. And the Oscar is presented to Kevin Spacey in The Usual Suspects.
You won Oscars, Golden Globe, but you are also the first actor choose the series in the United States. House of Cards was a big success. You risk something? Ha vinto Oscar, Golden Globe, ma è stato il primo a rischiare con le serie TV, con House of Cards.
Well, I appreciate the idea that I was the first, but you know, we can go back to Columbo and see that Peter Falk, who was a wonderful film actor, or Jimmy Stewart did a TV series, Henry Fonda did a TV series. So there have been other actors through time who've seen television in the same way that I do, which is that that camera does not know it's a TV camera. It's just a camera. And you can create anything with a camera. It can be as complex and as interesting, as entertaining as anything you might see in the cinema.
Benvenuti a Washington.
It was House of Cards real, or it was fiction with the politics plays in White House? È veramente così? House of Cards è una vera storia, oppure c'è un po' di finzione nella politica della Casa Bianca?
Well, you know, we certainly didn't think we were writing the future, but we may have been more prophetic than we thought.
The Usual Suspect was a really huge success. Why? Why you think that? I Soliti Sospetti è stato un grandissimo successo, un thriller incredibile. Perché secondo lei?
Well, I'm glad that the film holds up, you know, for people who have seen it more recently, and I know there's a whole generation that are discovering films that I've done, like The Usual Suspects. But I think there's something about that film that forces the viewer to realize that sometimes in life, sometimes in the movies, sometimes in storytelling, the truth can be right in front of you and you can still miss it.
Which is your preferred characters? Qual è il suo personaggio preferito della sua vita? In your life, in your actual life, which is the best characters?
That's a very wonderful question. I appreciate it. But my answer is, it's ahead of me. It's not behind me. I haven't played my favorite character yet, but I will.
I know what you want. Oh, sure, they may have tried to separate us, but what we have is too strong, it's too powerful. I mean, after all, we shared everything, you and I. I told you my deepest, darkest secrets. I showed you exactly what people are capable of. I shocked you with my honesty, but mostly I challenged you and made you think. And you trusted me, even though you knew you shouldn't. So we're not done, no matter what anyone says. And besides, I know what you want. You want me back. Of course, some believed everything and have just been waiting with bated breath to hear me confess it all. They're just dying to have me declare that everything said is true and that I got what I deserved. Wouldn't that be easy if it was all so simple? Only you and I both know it's never that simple, not in politics and not in life. But you wouldn't believe the worst without evidence, would you? You wouldn't rush to judgments without facts, would you? Did you? No, not you. You're smarter than that. Anyway, all this presumption made for such an unsatisfying ending. And to think it could have been such a memorable send-off. I mean, if you and I have learned nothing else these past years, it's that in life and art, nothing should be off the table. We weren't afraid, not of what we said and not of what we did, and we're still not afraid. Because I can promise you this. If I didn't pay the price for the things we both know I did do, I'm certainly not going to pay the price for the things I didn't do. Oh, of course, they're going to say I'm being disrespectful, not playing by the rules, like I ever played by anyone's rules before. I never did, and you loved it. Anyhow, despite all the poppycock, the animosity, the headlines, the impeachment without a trial, despite everything, despite even my own death, I feel surprisingly good. And my confidence grows each day that soon enough you will know the full truth. Well, wait a minute. Now that I think of it, you never actually saw me die, did you? Conclusions can be so deceiving. Miss me?
Let me be frank, was a good prophetic idea. You were absolutely right. Quel personaggio, quel video che ha fatto fu una buona idea e fu profetico. Lei che cosa ne pensa?
Well, I can only tell you that the Let Me Be Frank video and the videos that followed were the genius idea of my manager and best friend, Evan Lowenstein. He believed then that regardless of how some were responding to it, what we set out to do was to get a response. And when you're dealing with art, when you're dealing with work, you're not looking for just one response. And we got many responses. And even perhaps people who thought negatively about it, I think that the future will prove that we were on the right track.
Qualcosa in italiano. You speak Italian, you try to speak Italian for us. You feel good here in Italy?
I feel very welcome here. I always have on Italian soil, whether I've come to visit or I've come here to work. So I'm very, very happy that we were given this opportunity to come and spend some time with you and with our Italian friends and to have this experience tonight at this festival.
When you order something in Italiano, how you say in the restaurant?
It's quick, 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 quick. Pizza.
Pizza. That's it.
Pleasure.
Thank you
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.